Hi folks, and welcome back to Math with Captain Rod. This video here is meant to be an introduction into what's called Pascal's triangle and how to generate it. So Pascal's triangle is a triangle that's it's basically a pyramid of numbers that are used for giving the coefficients for binomial expansions, which I'll save for another video. Generating Pascal's triangle is very easy. You start with a 1, and then below it here I'm going to put a 1 and a 1, and here's where we start generating the triangle. The triangle has 1s all down this left side, 1s down the right side, so I'm going to put a third 1. This middle term comes from the sum of these two numbers, which is a 2, and then we end up with a 1. All right. Next row of the triangle. Start with a 1. These two numbers generate the next one, the sum of these two. The sum of these two generate the next one, and then we end with a 1. Next one, we start with a 1. The sum of these two generate the next value. The sum of these two generate the next one. The sum of these two generate the next one, and we end with a 1. I'm going to do one more row here. So we start with a 1. The sum of these two generate the next value here. The sum of these two generate the next one. The sum of these two generate this one. The sum of these two generate the next one, and we end with a 1. So at this point right here, take a moment. I want you to pause the video and see if you can generate the next row. There should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. So pause the video, take a moment, see if you can generate the next row on your own. All right, well, hopefully you've given it a try here. Let's see what happens. So you start with a 1. Sum of these two generates this value. Sum of these two generates this one. The sum of these two generates this one. The sum of these two generates this one, and then the sum of these two, and then you end with a 1. So there's the next row. And I could do another one, but I'm not going to. But you'd start with a 1, sum these two to get the next one, these two to get the next one, and so forth. So some things about Pascal's triangle that are important to recognize. You'll notice the symmetries of it. This thing is kind of like symmetric about the middle, if you will. It's 1s on the left side, 1s on the right side, and you can see the symmetry like 4, 6, 4, 5, 10, 10, 5, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, and so forth. And again, what we'll be using these for is generating coefficients in what's known as the binomial expansion. So if you want to use this to generate those coefficients, you need to be able to either remember this triangle, which I strongly oppose, just know how to generate it. And you generate it just by starting here 1, 1, 1, right? And then start with a 1, these two add together, and then end with a 1, and so forth. So again, this is just meant to be a quick introduction into Pascal's triangle. I'll be making other videos about how to use it. Hope that this video has successfully done that for you. Have a great day.